Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Guzzy and this is Chat with Guzzy. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. Guys, on this particular video, we're going to be talking about the Real Housewives of Lagos Season 3, Episode 5. Yes, a lot went down in this episode, and unlike my other videos on the Real Housewives, where I tell you guys everything that happened as it happened, I'm not going to be doing that here today, because if I do that, this video is going to be extremely long. Yes, it's going to be longer than all my previous videos on the Real Housewives, because I have my takes on everything that had happened, and I actually want to give my takes on the things that have happened. Now, guys, first things first, okay, I would give you guys a summary of things. Yes, then I would also let you guys know how I feel about each of these things. First things first, guys, I don't understand how you host an event and you don't personally reach out to people you are inviting for that event. And for you, you say you assume that people will show up when you did not personally reach out to them. For me, it does not make sense. Also, I don't understand how you do an event. Aside not reaching out to the people directly, you also did not pass forth your message appropriately. Yes, you did not let them know that you have this, everybody must leave from here, everybody must do this, must do that. You just assume that they are meant to know. So I don't keep rambling. Let me give you guys a background of what I'm talking about. Now, from the previous episodes, that's from episode 1 to 4, we have seen that Dabota have been talking about hosting the ladies, right? She has spoken about this to Diiadem. She has said this to Carolyna. She has said this to Mariam. Yes. She had said it to these 3 ladies that she was going to host the ladies and all that. So, okay, we have that covered, right? Fine. However, she did not say this to Laura, neither did she say this to Sophia. In this particular episode, we got to see Sophia having a call with Carolyna, where Carolyna had basically told her that, okay, the weekend was going to be Dabota's event. Yes, they were going to the beach and all that, and she trusts that she was coming. And Sophia had told her that, yes, she would show up, and she'll be going on her boat. Now, this whole thing, for me, both Sophia and Dabota have their faults in this. Number one, Dabota, you are the host. As the host, you should personally reach out to everybody you are inviting for an event. Yes, reach out to them. If you cannot reach out to them personally, then you reach out to them by proxy. Yes, and you let them know that these are the arrangements for you. I have a boat. So we are all together at so place to use that boat. You also to tell them this and this and this are required for you to come. You make your terms known so that when you get angry, everybody understands why you are getting angry. Also, I don't understand how and why that's Dabota, did not invite Laura. I don't understand it. You did not invite Laura personally, yet you put up her picture for what will happen. And now Laura did not show up. And we don't know if Laura will eventually come, because see, my father would say, where they not invite you, if you go, whatever you see, you go use your eye carry am. And that was the situation in Sophia's case. Yes, because she was not personally invited. And that is why in the next episode, we're going to hear Dabota insulting Sophia, telling her you a +1. And this would have been Laura's fate if Laura had attended. You can disagree with me. These are my own views about everything that happened in this particular episode. Yes, and for me, a lot of nonsense happened in this particular episode, and a lot of hypocrisy. Well, we'll get to all that. Let's just continue so that you guys follow my train of thought on this whole thing. Now, Sophia had told Carolyna that, okay, she was going to use her boat, yes, to get there, and that Carolyna can't come along. And Carolyna had agreed, because Sophia had said, we are both living in Banana Island, and for us to start going over to Lekki, it's somehow, so we can use my boat, and Carolyna had agreed, right? This also was not communicated to the hosts. It was not communicated to Dabota, which in a way too it is wrong because I mean you have your plans on getting there. At least let the girl know that you have your plans. But then again, I'm not faulting them as much because it's from their own point of view. It wasn't expressly stated that they all had to convey at one point to go. Now we're saying that okay, for Miriam's aspect, Miriam was with her husband. Yes, her husband came into town and all that. She had even gotten his perspective on some of the products that she wanted to release and all that. He had given her his insights and I told her that he's going to buy a ticket for her to come back abroad. Yes, because I mean his daughter, their daughter, yes, his daughter from another person was having her birthday and it would be a cute surprise if she comes. You get all that vibe. So her husband is around. Yes. So all these boat crews and the rest, I got it that yes, she needed to attend to her husband because no will look her husband first before any of these ladies. Let's look at it. They are not tight like that. But where I still fault Miriam is this. You know that your husband is around. You know that he didn't want you to go for the trip, or basically he wanted you to stay with him while he's around because he's leaving the next day and all that. What happened to communication? Communicate this to the host. You don't allow people to wait for you for 3 hours, like, and you expect that they'll give you a chummy face. You expect that they'll be happy with you at the end of the day after waiting in futility for 3 hours. Let's be serious. So this is where I spoke about hypocrisy. Because I mean, Miriam, especially, she's expecting that the ladies should be over it. Yes, the butter should be over it. That them should be over it. They came late, so what? But they are there now. Does not take away the fact that these people waited for 3 hours for you guys to still blow them off and go on a boat cruise with waiting be her name Sophia. It looks somehow, yes. And I actually agree with Dabota when she said, who is doing, like, who is hosting? Is it Dabota or is it Sophia? I agree. Because at that point, it did not just make sense. Now, Dabota had arrived at where they were to meet, to take the boat cruise and all that, to get to the beach and all that serene. Diadem had arrived. You guys know that Diadem keeps to time. She's a sucker for time. Now, both of them were there and they had waited over 2 hours for the ladies. Diadem then tells Dabota to reach out to the ladies because I mean, at this point, it's no longer making sense. The sun is hot. They are under the scorching sun. Yes, even though they were under shade, I mean, the place was hot. They could as soon as they got there, not waited for the ladies and be in their rooms. Yes, get to the beach house, be in the room, enjoy themselves till anytime the ladies decide to come. But because they felt like the ladies were coming over, they were waiting. You don't keep people waiting like that. I mean, when they called Caroline told them that she was coming. So it's funny that Caroline that said she was coming ended up going to Sophia's place. For me, it did not make sense because they were waiting. Now, it's one thing for you to, as they called you, you tell them that, you see, I'm running late. Don't worry about me. Just go. I'll join Sophia. It's another thing for you to tell them, I am coming. Don't worry, Mama. I'll be there. And then they wait for you past 30 minutes before you now call back to tell them, you see the thing, before I will reach there, to be too late, so I'll just join Sophia. For me, Caroline was wrong because she did not just know that she was going to join Sophia. She knew since Sophia had stretched out the invite for her to join her to go to the beach house since it wasn't that day. So Caroline knew that she wasn't going to meet Dabota and Dadem there. Why did she not just tell them? This is the hypocrisy I'm talking of. And I am certain that Caroline would not like this to be done to her. Same with Miriam. Miriam knew that her husband was forcing. Yes, Miriam said she was confused and all that, but what happened to communication? Communicate, let them know that, see, I'm running late. I cannot come. I will join you people there. But no, she waited for Dabota to reach out to her. Dabota reached out first and she had told Dabota that she will call her back and all, and later she had called back saying that she was going to join Sophia. And at this point, it was a thing of, hey, it's okay, it's all right. They waited for 3 hours and they left. Now, guys, let's look at it. Dabota also did not make a call to Laura. According to her, she does not have Laura's number because Dadem had asked her, what about Laura? And she said she does not have a number. And Dadem was like, she too, she does not have a number. And she had sent Laura a DM on Instagram. Now, let's look at it. You, the host of an event that you expect that someone should come for your event, you did not reach out to the person to tell the person about your event, and you are still saying that the person will come. You booked 6 rooms. Guys, this whole thing for me is just arrant rubbish. Dabota knows what she's doing, and Dabota has stated that okay, she doesn't want to pass on the aggression that she has for Linda-Ikeji to Laura-Ikeji. But I'm so sorry to say, she has passed it without even realizing that she has passed it. Because let's look at it, Laura has not done her anything. And yet, she is doing all these things that she's doing just for what? Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. You've stated that Laura is a cool person. You are just looking at it. So why not give her the benefit of doubt, as you stated that you will give her the benefit of doubt, instead of all these mixed signals you are doing? And at this point, I dare to say that if both Dabota and Dadem wanted to reach out to Laura, they would have reached out to Laura. Yes. Especially Dabota. What happened to asking Mariam for Laura's number? Yes. Because we all know that Mariam has the number. Even if you say other girls don't have, Mariam has the number. Well, moving from that, we are saying that later when the ladies had arrived at the resorts, they were happy about the atmosphere and all that. Now, let me jump a bit. I mean, Mariam had gone to Dadem's room, yes, because at first when they were on the phone with Mariam, Dadem wasn't having it. Dadem was upset, talking about how she said she has family issues. Not be only Mariam get family. You get this kind. She was upset, and for me, her anger is valid. Yes, and I don't see why Mariam would say that Dadem is overreacting. An action, a reaction. An action, a reaction. Like, you don't annoy me and tell me how to react to your provocation. No. This is something I keep saying, especially on the Big Brother street, and we're seeing it here in the Real Housewives street. You don't come for me and tell me that, okay, I am meant to react like this. No, I did not tell you how to act initially. So now you should not control my own reaction. Well, Miriam had explained herself to Dadem and all that, and Dadem had asked Miriam about Laura, yes, saying that Miriam should call Laura and all that. Miriam had said her phone was in her room. Now, we don't know if Miriam ended up reaching out to Laura. However, Miriam was talking about how she feels like, I mean, with Dabota and Laura, they don't like each other. There's bad blood there. Yes, and she does not know why. And then we had seen Dadem defending her friend, saying that no, it's not like that. They are just cordial. There's no need being friends with the two of them. But she, Dadem, loves Laura and all that. Let's leave all that because as far as I'm concerned, Dabota is passing aggression to Laura and just basically looking for fights where there is none concerning that Laura matter. Well, initially, when Dabota and Dadem had gotten to the beach house. Now, before they had gotten there, Dabota has stated that, I mean, there were 4 rooms that were excellent. They were facing the beach. They had a lovely view. And there was one room at the back. Yes, and there was another one by the side. Now, when they had gotten there, because she had said, thank God, save that the ladies did not come. It's going to be first come, first serve. However, getting there, there were already name tags on the doors. And Dabota removed Sophia's name tag and exchanged it for the one at the back because the one at the back had Miriam's name written on it. And according to Dabota, even if all the ladies had arrived together, she would have still done that same thing in their presence if the room, if any of the four rooms had carried either Sophia's name or Laura's name. So my question is, what is the invisible beef that Dabota has between these two ladies? Okay, I know Laura's own is her sister. You don't transfer the beef. Then Sophia's own should be this whole boat thing, this whole boat issue. Now, the room at the back has no view and all. And Sophia, when she saw her room, she expressed her disappointment. She was not happy with the room. She did not hide it that she was not happy with the room. And Dabota have a problem with it. And I'm like, Dabota, let's look at it. Let's flip the coin here. If Sophia had invited you over for this kind of trip and had put you at the back, would you have liked it? What's good for the goose is good for the ganja. You wouldn't have liked it. So I see no reason why you should be offended calling Sophia names in your confessionals because she expressed her dislike for the room. I mean, even Carolyna said it in her confessionals that if she was the one that got the room that Sophia got, she would have walked away. She would have left. Yes, because she can afford it. You took them from their houses. You brought them from their houses. So you should know better. And we all know that this whole room thing always causes issues. We know. It always causes issues. And my problem is this. If you're leaving it fair, leave it fair. Let it be that, okay, maybe they picked something and that was why who got a shitty room got the shitty room. Instead of deliberately giving someone a shitty room, and after doing that, you then pick offense again that the person is acting out based on that. For me, it's hypocrisy because if done to you, you would not like it, and yet you expect that another person should like it and be okay with it. And then the last scene where all of them had gathered for the bonfire and all, Diadem was still not happy because, I mean, for her, the whole thing was awkward and she feels like the group is divided. But then again, with Diadem, I feel like they have also apologized. They have apologized. So just try letting it go. And she said it that she was trying to let it go. But everybody felt like she was carrying face. Yes, like Sophia and Miriam felt that. And yes, baby girl was carrying face. She was carrying face. But then again, I personally don't blame her because waiting for 3 hours is not easy. For someone like me that hate to wait, I can relate. I can relate. It's very, very, very annoying. Well, moving from all that, we had seen again that, I mean, they had apologized for coming late. Dabota had spoken about how she did not appreciate them coming late and them using another boat, especially as she got a boat. And basically, she said hired, be rented, and Sophia was letting her know, no, I did not. I own the boat. And I saw it as an inconvenience coming to Lekki from Banana Island, knowing fully well that I own a boat. Now, two of them, there was already friction there. Plus, Sophia had explained herself that, I mean, it wasn't communicated to her that they all had to gather together and all that. That was why she also wanted to carry her boat and all. Now, Dabota had kind of shut her up, telling her it's fine. You know that kind, it's fine, you don't do, it's okay. And Sophia had rolled her eyes. Yeah, she wasn't having it. And she had stated in her confessionals that she rolled her eyes because, I mean, it felt like it was dismissive. Now, Dabota, in her own confessionals, had stated that, I mean, Sophia walks into her party and begins to rant, yes, rant about unnecessary things. Now, when she said unnecessary things, I'm like, what's unnecessary? Her talking about her room, her view, that's very necessary because if it was you, you would not take it. And she was talking about how she feels like Sophia is ill-mannered, uncultured, uncut, toxic, highly disrespectful, and really, really, really insecure. She's a troubled girl who is not a girl's girl. I'm like, why all these insults? I don't get it. Like, I don't get where this energy is coming from. Why all these insults? Because she brought her own boat, or because she's late, or because she complained about her room. If it were you, you would complain about your room. As for the boat, you did not communicate to her directly about the party. So, okay, let's say she was wrong about the boat thing. Was she the only one that entered the boat? No. Was she the only one late? No. Why so much anger directed at her? I still don't get it. At this point, I'm sorry to say, but Dabota calling Sophia insecure, for me, a reverse is the case. Yes, Dabota is being insecure at this point in time because waiting when they drag. What exactly are you guys dragging? Well, that's all for this particular video. We saw again that Sophia will also climb on her toes more because she brought gifts for the other ladies, excluding Tabota. So both ladies are giving themselves, and I'm wondering what they are fighting about. Because, well, that's all I have for you guys on this particular video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know if we're thinking alike or you have something different that you want to say. I love you all. Thanks for watching. Thanks for always being here. Bye, guys.